There's a very common lie that you, as expats, tend to tell yourselves. It goes something like this: my business is abroad, my income is in a different country, the Italian tax authority cannot see it. I'm safe. And we get it, we truly do. It's a comfortable belief. It's the story that we want to tell ourselves. We've spent years helping foreigners in Italy with a different business abroad, and we've seen time and time again how this simple, dangerous belief leads to some of the most expensive and heartbreaking mistakes you can make. So in this video, we want to tell you a story about the problem, a mistake, and the simple truth that can save your fortune. We're going to break down the 5 most common errors expats with foreign businesses make in Italy, and by the end of this video, you know exactly how to avoid them. Are you ready? So the first and the most fundamental mistake is not understanding what tax residency truly means in Italy. We believe that if our official residence is in Italy, that's all that matters. But the truth is, tax residency is much more complex, and it's where the story of our first case begins. Let's talk about Marco. Marco is, of course, fake name, is a software developer. For years, he lived in the UK and had a successful tech company there. The company generated a good income, let's say a net profit of around 80,000 euros per year. He had an accountant in London who handled everything. His business was a limited company, and he felt like he had everything under control. Then, Marco met an Italian woman. Love happened, and he decided to move to Italy to be with her. He kept his UK business running remotely, and he thought, I'm not a tax resident yet, so nothing has changed. The Italian tax agency, however, had a different point of view. According to the Italian law, if you spend more than 103 days in the country in a calendar year, you become a tax resident. Period. For Marco, this happened on July 10th of that year. From that moment onwards, Italy considered him as a tax resident, and his entire worldwide income, including the 80,000 euro profit from his UK company, was subject to the Italian taxation. Marco didn't know this. He just kept paying his UK taxes and ignored the Italian side of things. A few years later, he got a letter. And it was not just, an ordinary one. It was a tax assessment, a terrifying piece of mail. It was a big one. It demanded not only the unpaid taxes on that 80,000 euros income for both years, but also penalties and interest for back taxes. We're talking about a total bill of over 59,000 euros. All because he thought the rules of his home country were the only ones that applied. This leads to the second mistake, not knowing the difference between business and personal income. This is the most common confusion we see. People think that as long as the money is in their business account, it's not their personal income. And this is a crucial distinction that most expats got wrong and still get wrong. Let's meet Clara. Clara is a creative consultant with a business in the United States. She had a sole proprietorship and it was doing very well, earning around 100,000 US dollars per year. She works under the 1099 project. Then she moved to Italy and, just like Marco, she wanted to continue to run her business from her home now in Florence. She was smart, she knew about, the 103 days rule, and she thought she had it covered. The problem was she never officially took the money out of her business to pay herself a salary. She just used the company credit card for all the expenses, both business and personal ones. She thought, the money is in the business. I haven't paid myself a salary, so I haven't earned anything personally here in Italy. This is a dangerous misunderstanding of the Italian law. In Italy, a sole proprietorship, or any equivalent, is not seen as a separate legal entity from the individual. That means that all the profit, the entire $100,000, is automatically considered your personal income from the first day of the year. It doesn't matter if you never transfer it to a personal bank account. Her mistake cost her a lot. Not only did she owe taxes for the $100,000 for the year, but because she hadn't declared it, now she faced penalties and interest that brought her total bill to over 62,000 euros. Both Marco and Clara's stories show us the problem is not just about what you know, it's about what you think you know. The biggest enemy is not the tax authority, but your own belief. Let's move forward with the mistake number 3, ignoring the Italian control foreign company rules, CFC rules. This is a technical point, I know that, but it's so important. Many expats are surprised to learn that even if the foreign company is a separate legal entity, like a corporation, Italy has rules that can still tax the company's profits, even if that profit stays in the foreign bank account. This is the so-called control foreign corporation rule, and it's designed to prevent people from using foreign companies to avoid paying taxes to Italy. And then, mistake number 4, not using the dual taxation treaties. One of the great things about Italy is that it has tax treaties, hundreds of tax treaties with many countries like UK and the US. And these treaties are designed to prevent you from being taxed twice on the same income. But these treaties do not work automatically. You have to actively apply the treaty rules in your Italian tax return. And if you don't declare the foreign income and apply the tax credit, Italy will not know how to give you the credit for the taxes you already paid abroad. They don't know what they don't know. And this is a huge mistake. And one of the main reasons why a lot of people get into overpayments. And then let's face the mistake number 5, not having a trusted tax advisor here in Italy. The last and most critical mistake is flying blind. You have to you have to hire a great accountant in your home country, but they're not an expert in Italian tax law for expats. The systems are completely different. The language, the forms, the deadlines, the rules, everything is a new universe. Trying to navigate this alone is like trying to drive a car blindfolded. And as professional, our purpose is to inform and advise to help you see what the dangers are so you can avoid them. We want you to win. So, what's the one big takeaway from all of this? The difference between being an expat who rocks in Italy and one who lives in a never-stop fear surprise tax bill is not about luck. It's not about being a genius. It's about knowing the rules of the game you're playing. It's about getting the right advice early on from people who live and breathe this every day. We've been doing this for years, and our greatest reward is seeing our clients live their lives here in Italy with a peace of mind, with a successful life. We believe that everyone deserves that feeling. So if you have a foreign business and you live in Italy or you're planning to move to Italy, please don't make these 5 mistakes. These rules, I know, can be confusing, but we're here to help you navigate them. We're not here to sell you a quick fix. We're here to help you understand, to give you a clear roadmap so you can build a sustainable, successful life in this incredible country. And if you're ready to start a conversation, to get some clarity, to finally get a good night's sleep, we would love to hear from you. The link to our website in the description below. Go there, book a consultation. Let's make sure that you and your business are not just surviving in Italy, but truly hitting.
At Studio Rigo, we provide tax and strategic guidance for those navigating international complexity with significant interests in Italy. We work quietly, precisely, and always with the long term in mind. If you expect nothing less than clarity and control, you'll know where to find us. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.